Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you some game recommendations to watch or play, because I know not everyone can afford to buy every single game they want, because who has the money for that? The first game I recommend is a horror, and it's kind of like sci-fi horror thriller, scary, a little bit scary. Don't know, depends on what you get scared by. But I watched Cryotic play it, and it's called Soma. It's been out for a while now. It came out like a good 6 months. It's really good to watch. It's similar to Amnesia because something about the creators or whatever is similar, but I can't remember what exactly. It has the same sort of foundation, but they're nothing alike. You can't compare them. I think it's more immersive if you play it yourself, but obviously I didn't want to buy it. I don't think I had the... Oh no, it is on Steam. It's quite expensive though. It's like, I don't know, £40 maybe. Watch it. Just watch it on YouTube. Why not? Next up is another game that I watched called Until Dawn. It has a couple of like famous people, Hayden Panettiere and Rami Malek. Am I saying that right? Is that even his name? I don't know. It might not be, but you know who I mean. He played the Egyptian young guy in Night at the Museum, in all of them, whatever ones he's in. But yeah, it's got a couple of famous people, and the characters are really realistic because they've done that thing where they can like put all the dots on you and you move, and then it's the movement of the character. It's got a great storyline. There's a lot of jump scares, and it's one of those games where whoever's playing it has to make a decision whether to, like, you know, run the safe way or go slow the dangerous way or something like that. And you know, you have to have quick reactions and steady hands and all that kind of stuff, and it's like a really cool game to watch if you want to watch it. But again, it's expensive, and I'm pretty sure you can only get it on the PS4 at the moment, so just check that out if you are interested. For a very cheap Steam game, it's about £5 I believe. I think it's less than £5 actually. It's called Golf with Friends, and obviously you have to have friends to play it with, but they can be online, so it doesn't matter. But it's one of the best golf games I've personally seen to play, and it's really funny. And they've recently updated a few things. They've brought new courses. No, because the whole thing is the course. You've got 2 courses, Forest and Oasis, and then each has 18 holes, but they changed a couple of the holes on Oasis, I think. So it's updated, and also you can change the shape of your ball to make it harder or more funny or whatever you want, and you can customize the ball color, which is just great because that means I get to be purple, which is always a good thing in games. Another Steam game, but this one is free for all you money saving fellows. It's ArcheAge, which is very similar to World of Warcraft apparently. Is that the game? I think so. I don't know. I was playing it the other day with Trigger and Mist, and I think that's the game it's like, but I don't remember because I've never played that. But it's free. I think it's a MMORPG. It's really fun if you play with other people, but I've never played it by myself, so it might not be as fun. But it's really good, chill game. It's not difficult or anything. It's got a storyline. I don't really follow it because a lot of the time I don't understand what they're saying. It's just a good game. I like it, and especially because it's free. It's really not that bad. This next game is something I wouldn't necessarily recommend buying just because it's £15 and the story and gameplay is really worth that much. It does look really nice though, and you know, you get a good amount of excitement out of the game, but really I don't think it's worth £15. And this game is called Firewatch, which had massive hype about it when it was released like a few months ago. I don't even remember when, but I watched it as soon as it got played by Cry, one of my favourite YouTubers. Well, it's this really cool storyline, and it's got really nice scenery because it's like set in like a forest where there's no people really. Not worth £15 in my opinion, but if you want to watch it, it's out there to watch for free. So if you don't feel like spending that amount of money on a game that will give you, I don't know, 8 hours of gameplay, then, you know, go ahead. Don't Starve is a game that I bought 2 years ago in the 2014 Steam Summer Sale, and I had not played it yet until I played Don't Starve Together a few weeks ago, and I was like, oh my god, I've been missing out my whole life. This game is incredible. I love the design because I thought it looked a lot like Tim Burton style art. That's so cool. But also all of the game, the things like having to survive, it's like, ooh yeah. I just really love it, and especially playing with other people because it makes it harder but more fun. Bear that in mind, but also you might have already had Don't Starve but just not played it together yet, because everyone who had Don't Starve when together was released has it already for free. But it has been released now, so you can buy it. Yay! But yeah, play it, play it, play it. These next two games are more for their story than anything else. I just think they're really kind of complex and just really good stories for games, and that is Life is Strange and Heavy Rain. Now Heavy Rain came out many years ago, I think, at least 4. Life is Strange is another game that was massively hyped, and it is really good. It's not the best kind of riveting gameplay, you know, anything like that, but it just makes you think about every choice that you make, because it's another sort of Telltale game, making choices, they affect your decisions, but that is the whole premise of the game, so it kind of makes sense for it to be like that. But yeah, it's really good. I definitely recommend it, but it may have a more specific target audience than a general one, because a lot of the gameplay characters are like female teenagers. The main character, Max, in Life is Strange is kind of your stereotypical, I'm a little bit tomboy-y, I've got short brown hair, don't wear a lot of makeup, I'm quiet, I like to read and I take pictures, and I have a satchel, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. She's kind of boring, honestly. I'd prefer to have Chloe as the main character, honestly, but that's just a personal preference. And Heavy Rain has also been out for, well, Heavy Rain's been out longer, but it's a really good game because I haven't played it. Again, I haven't played it. I've begun playing Life is Strange, but I didn't get really far because my PC is not very good. So Heavy Rain just has that kind of the dark undertone throughout the whole thing, like the first kind of thing that happens in the game after the kind of tutorial, like this is how you pick up stuff, this is how you interact with characters, blah blah blah. After that's happened, it gets more intense and there's different characters that it focuses on, and you know, in the end it's kind of like gets better the longer you watch it or play it. So just bear that in mind. Don't give up on it if you watch one episode or play for like an hour. Keep going at it. The next two games I've kind of paired together because they're both like cartoony animated games, which is Castle Crashers and Scribblenauts. I think Scribblenauts is like 10 or 15 pounds. I got it in the sale, and Castle Crashers is around 5 or 6, I think, something like that. Scribblenauts is a game that you play on your own. It's basically like a really easy, you don't have to think, you don't have to be quick or anything, it's just really easy. Makes you think a little bit because you have to obviously type in what you want to appear in the game to help you with whatever kind of quest you have to do. But it's really good. I really enjoyed it. I have all the achievements, so thank you. I know it's not even a hard game, but you know, who cares? It's just really fun. I really like it. And Castle Crashers, I probably wouldn't play it on my own. I might do one day. I currently play it with Myth. You can see that on his channel. Bit of plugging there. Castle Crashers, you're a little knight and you have to rescue some princesses, and you have like a boss at the end of each level, and you get money and you know, have health. But yeah, it's really fun. Definitely play that with someone else though as well, because it's a lot easier with 2 people than it is 1. And also you can revive each other's character if you die, which we did a lot, as you'll see if you watch the series. I'm a bit of a freak. I played Bioshock Infinite before I played Bioshock 1. I thought it was the one that most interested me. Bioshock Infinite, I really liked the storyline, especially towards the end. I really loved the character of Elizabeth, and Booker is really cool as well, because he's like, he's just like, don't look at me, I'm all like manly and I don't know, he's hard to explain because you don't get to know him as well as you do Elizabeth. But I really like the storyline, and I like all of the different elements of the game and the gameplay, and I think it's not difficult to play. You can do it. Anyone can. If I can do it, you can do it. So you go out there, you watch that game, you play the game, you do what you want with your life, and enjoy yourself, because it's a game. It's meant to be fun. The final game on my list of games to recommend playing or watching is Tomb Raider. And this is not the new one that just came out, it's the one before that. This one is just called Tomb Raider. I think the new one's called Rise of the Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider I loved. I literally played for like 2 or 3 days and completed the storyline, and I was like, oh, what do I do with my life now, as soon as I got it. So that was that was a good time of my life. Tomb Raider really excites me because I love the films with Angelina Jolie in. She's like a female Indiana Jones, but even better because she's not a twat. And she doesn't go, oh, a man that I rescued, I'm gonna fall in love with them now, every single film. I think there's only 2, but I really loved the films. And then I played a bit of Tomb Raider on the PSP many years ago, but never really picked that up again because I got stuck on this one bit, and I'm not even sure if I've got past it now. But then I just left it for like 6 years, so we'll see one day. One day when my husband returns from war. Yeah, it's really fun. You get to use different things like guns, bow and arrow, and then, you know, jumping, and I think the storyline is what makes it, but then the whole kind of exploration, like the place in which you kind of explore is massive, and you can really do what you want a lot of the time. And there's like little quests that's funny, like if you kill like 10 or 15 crabs, you get an achievement called like crab cake or king crab or something, and it's really, I just love stuff like that. It's just cute, and like there's no need for it, but it's there. It's just funny. So I hope you take into consideration my recommendations, because there's gonna be one on that list that you will love. Trust me. Whatever taste you have in games, unless you have no taste in games, at least one of the games on that list will appeal to you. So have a look at them all. If not, don't worry, it's fine. I won't know anyway. What I don't know won't kill me, but don't tell me because it might kill me. Stay well and drink lots of chocolate milk like me, and I'll see you next video. Bye.